Hey everybody, my name is Jen and I wanted to get on tonight first of all because I am having a really bad case of insomnia first of all, but also my favorite new moon of the year is in Sagittarius tonight, and I wanted to hop on and give some tarot readings for each sign. They're not going to be very in-depth. I'm only going to pull one card per sign, but I did want to spread the love just to see what every sign needed to integrate with the new moon in Sagittarius. So I'm not really going to go in order of zodiac. I like to kind of keep things kind of wild because, Aries always gets the number one position, and then Pisces always has to wait for last. So I'm going to try to do this pretty fairly. So the first card I got was Cancer. And Cancer, let's see what card needs to come out for you, what message that you, or what message comes out that you need to work on for December. And I'm using the Light Seers Tarot Oracle deck by Chris Ann. It's a really beautiful deck. All right. So I have the Two of Wands that came out. The Two of Wands, it really looks like you have been waiting for something. It's like you've got the world at your hands, but there's something stopping you from moving at this time. Maybe there's something that you need to reflect on. It seems like she's got one wand in her hand and she's ready to go, ready to take on a new business venture, maybe take a new travel adventure in the world. But there's something that isn't quite coming through just yet, or maybe there's something that she needs to study or research. So maybe there's something in your life right now that you need to further research before you really rush off into another venture is what I'm getting. Also, I'm getting the Fool energy with this card for whatever reason. It looks like the lights above her are out right now, but I feel like, the sun is rising, it's not setting. So I do feel like there's a light that could come on eventually, but there's just more work that's needed to be done, okay? So, I also know that we have Mercury retrograde right now going on. So there are actually a lot of retrogrades that are about to happen along with Mercury going into retrograde. But just make sure that before you take off on a new adventure of whatever you're thinking about, yes, passion can lead you into some really exciting things, but also make sure that you do your due diligence and just really research what you're going to do, okay? All right, so next up we have all right, Aries. All right, my Aries. So you came out second this time. Not first as we usually do. All right, so what is it that we need to know for December? What is it that we need to know for December for Aries? Sorry, guys, that was way too many that came out. What is it that we're needing to know for Aries in December? Okay, so we've got Ace of Pentacles. All right, Aries, so Ace of Pentacles is basically there is a chance to gain new money, new financial ventures, new careers. There is a new beginning in monetary ambitions. There is new money coming in possibly for a new career or new offers coming your way. So there are roots that I really like that are coming down from this pentacle, and they're holding it in their hand. So it's kind of like that pentacle, that one pentacle is waiting to be planted to really take off. So with the retrograde energy, I am going to say that you want to be very careful when it comes to signing contracts of any sort, when it comes to a career possibility, opportunity. Just make sure that you check the fine print. But it does look like this is a really great time for you financially. If you want to start off with a new job, a new endeavor, if you've been looking to start your own business, it says go for it. So I would say the only thing that you probably really need to contemplate during this time with the Ace of Pentacles is really do your work when it comes to reflecting on money. In what ways can you keep bringing that fresh energy, those fresh ideas to what your worth is? So I will say that. All right, so next card is going to be Leo. All right, Leo. Let's see what I've got going for you in December. Oh, that card jumps right out. So we have the Page of Wands in reverse. It looks like there has been a message that you've been waiting on when it comes to a business endeavor or some kind of passion of yours that needs some more time. Like I said earlier, the retrograde is really kind of affecting a lot of things, but maybe this is not the right time to start a new venture, or you just need to spend some more time on your creative passions right now. There is something that is being delayed when it comes to a message to you. Hold on just a second. Let me see what's going on. It looks like that wand is about to fall, but it's just staying up in the air for a long time. And it's kind of like, well, when is the wand going to fall, right? It's like, you know, when is this going to happen for me? Essentially, if you are limiting your beliefs right now, ask yourself why. Why are you in writer's block mode, per se? So you're letting go of that wand, but see how it looks like it's like a circle around her? It's like something's not coming all the way in full circle just yet. So she's waiting for that wand to drop, but for whatever reason, it's not dropping. And the only reason I say this is because your card came out in reverse. So you need to direct your energy and feel eager to start something. But, you know, if there's any obstacles that you feel are in your way right now, don't be afraid to confront them. If you do confront them, I will give you a fair warning that when Mercury is in retrograde, we need to be very careful with what we say, because it might have impacts where we're not meaning them to negatively affect what we have going for us, right? So with that being said, also don't be so hot-headed in your communications. Don't rush this. There is a good reason why there is a delay right now in whatever you're planning on doing creatively, or in your business venture, whatever you're passionate about. There's something that you really need to reflect on when it comes to you feeling the need to rush things and that kind of thing. So, all right. So thank you, Leo. All right. So the next card we're going to take is Capricorn. All right, my Capricorns, you guys are so hardworking. Y'all are such hard workers. I relate to that a lot as an Aries. All right, what do you guys need to work on in December? What does Capricorn need to work on in December? What does Capricorn need to work on in December? A lot of Capricorns that I know are very stoic also. They're pretty quiet people. They can be. What do you guys need to know for December? Oop. There's a lot that flew out that time too. All right, so looks like we got the Hierophant, which is this card right here. So there's something that you're working towards that's very enlightening to you. You seem to be having a really good time with it so far. It is nearly Capricorn season, so by the end of December, maybe there is something that you're trying to attain by climbing the staircase, and you're laughing because you know that you're nearly done with all that hard work. So There may have been like a lesson that you learned, and the universe is kind of like, hey, you learned that lesson, great job. There's also kind of like an awakening because you've been shown possibly that you do have a purpose in life. And, you know, if that's the case for you, then that does mean that, hey, like, you know that you've been put through the ringer and you've learned your lessons, and now's your time. Also, this could represent, you know, a formal training or an education, and you're almost there at the top. I know for some of my friends and I, we will be graduating with our master's degree in May. So maybe if you're a Capricorn, you're just really feeling this joy of, you know, finally getting there. And at the top, if you can see, it looks like a lotus in the outline. So it's like, you know, you're finally getting there. Like you're finally on that path to enlightenment and you're ascending at this time. And like I said, it is your season and things are just really good right now. So congratulations, Capricorn. Just keep building on that divine truth of yours. Keep on building those frameworks of your belief and keep on expanding your consciousness, because we're really needing, you know, people who are really grounded to earth at this time, but also are able to heal based off of their groundedness and calmness. And you as an earth sign, you are very steadfast and you're very, you know, in your element, and you're very hardworking. So I think this card really is just congratulating you on your hard work right now. I would say that one thing you may need to reflect on in December is, you know, maybe sometimes it's too comfortable being in societal norms. Maybe that's something that you can explore. Also, maybe, you know, reflecting on ego-based feelings, like how do you handle yourself when it comes to leadership? Is it more ego-based? And if so, maybe that's something that we need to reflect on. And maybe, you know, at this time, there's also a need to connect with like the universe and spirit as well. So I would just kind of reflect on those things. All right. Next sign up is Libra. Oh, Libra, y'all are such beautiful people. Y'all are such beautiful people. Y'all can be a little like Gemini at times with the wishy-washiness, but y'all really are beautiful people, and y'all are so much fun, and there's just so much joy with y'all, and I really appreciate you guys. I have a lot of Libras in my life. All right, so what do Libras need to know for December? Oop. All right, sorry, you guys. So we got Judgment, okay? Judgment is all about second chances. To me, Judgment is not only a card of second chances, but it's more of like there was an ending that happened, and it's about the possibility of new beginnings, okay? So it's more of like there is a situation recently that you have been able to redeem yourself in, or you're thinking about redemption, because it came out upright. I'm thinking that, you know, this has to do with yourself. I don't necessarily get like a vengeful type of energy from this card at all, but it's more of just like a transformation, and just knowing that whatever you do, there's total transparency, and that there's a lot of truth in your heart for what you're doing, okay? So this could also be a spiritual awakening. Please don't doubt yourself, is what I'm saying. There's a lot of Libras right now that that doubt themselves so much, and like I said, it's more of like there's this fear of not being accepted. And I think that Libras, from what I understand of my experience of them, they're really hard on themselves because they're such fair people and they just want everyone to win. But for whatever reason, they doubt themselves that they deserve to win. So I would probably reflect on that this month. You know, stop self-doubting if you can. Give yourself a little bit of self-love, and don't deny yourself the experience of really being authentic. You know, that's what makes us unique. is just being authentic, and people love who you are. And if they don't, then they're not for you. But remember this, let that go. So I would really, you know, I would kind of deep dive is what I'm getting. Especially if, you know, if you look at the card, she's kind of in the depths, kind of looking up at, you know, what she could be. That's how I'm reading the card anyway. It's like giving yourself a second chance, giving yourself a breather, letting things go that no longer serve you. And with the new moon in Sagittarius, you know, tonight, what better time to, you know, embrace that new beginning of who you are going to be, who you are becoming. The self-doubt doesn't need to be there anymore. So, Libras, please love yourselves as much as we love you. I know it's hard to do sometimes, but you guys really are incredible people. If I could stop dropping my cards, that'd be great. All right, so we already did Libra. Let me get my other cards. All right, we're going to do Virgo next. All right, Virgos. All right, so what does December need to let Virgo know about? Y'all, these just keep flying out. That's crazy. What do Virgos need to know about December? What do they need to reflect on? All right. So you guys got the Six of Swords in reverse, okay? Six of Swords is usually about selling away from a problem. I wouldn't necessarily say giving up, but it's kind of a more victorious card. If you look at the bottom of the kind of like ocean, I guess, there are 3 crows that are just kind of carrying her away, and then there's 3 crows that are back behind her. To me, that would signify the 3 of Swords. So basically, there's a lot of heartache that you guys have had. It looks like there's heartache behind you, but you're kind of like letting that heartache carry you to new shores is what I'm getting. So for me, how I interpret this card is basically not getting too carried away by our emotions, because swords are more about like logic. They're more about kind of, you know, piercing through the veil, seeing the truth, cutting away things that no longer serve you. It is a time of transition. It's a time of passage. I would say that right now, you know, you're moving beyond trauma or trying to heal the past in whatever way. This is kind of admitting to yourself that you do need support from others, okay? But in that, since this came out in reverse, there are going to be some difficulties along the way, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Virgos usually don't like, requesting help. They usually like to do things themselves. Virgos are very hard workers. They like to have their own ways of organizing things and making sure that they can, you know, be self-sufficient. But in that, there's a dangerous over-independence that Virgos tend to do based off of my experience. And, you know, this sometimes can result from, traumas that haven't necessarily been rid of per se. So if we don't clean up ourselves, if we don't do that organization to move on the way that we need to, we end up bringing things from our past and bringing baggage in that no longer serves us. So I would say the reflection that probably needs to be done for Virgo in December is, in what ways can you ask people for help? In what ways can you accept help? In what ways are you transitioning? What are you not letting go of? Are you too prideful to ask for help? If not, or if so, why is that? Okay. All right. So Virgos, just know that like you guys can reach out for help. You know, we've all been there. We all need to do that every now and then. And that's okay. It's really okay. All right, Sagittarius, you guys are next. All right. So Sagittarius, let's see what you guys need to know for your new moon in December. All right. do Sagittarius need to know for the month of September? Oop. All right, you guys. Okay, so I actually got two. And I am going to read them this way. So you got the Four of Pentacles and then you got the Tower, okay? So to me, automatically, this new moon is bringing in an opportunity, an unexpected opportunity. Sorry, wrong way. An unexpected opportunity for you to let something go. If you do not let that go, then the Tower is going to come in and it's going to knock stuff loose for you guys. So what I would ask myself is, what is it that you guys need to let go of? What have y'all been holding on tightly to for so long? Why are you so scared to let that go? What foundations do you feel are so concrete that you cannot let it go? Because I feel that your life lately has been becoming so stale and you don't know what to let go of, essentially. So it's like, because something is unknown to you, you're trying to avoid it actively. But there is, I find myself saying this a lot lately when it comes to Kung Fu Panda, whenever Master Oogway is like, when often finds the road he is trying to avoid, or something along those lines. And it's true, like the longer we try to avoid something, we're just going to find it sooner or later. And, you know, it's always easier to tackle something now than it is later, because it's good to get out of the way because it's no longer unknown, right? Like the faster you know it, the less the anxiety, okay? But I feel like something is really going to rock your world if you don't let something go. And Four of Pentacles is usually, you know, something of like the financial realm, something like, you know, you're being kind of miserly with your money, with your time. But also, you know, it could just be really anything in your life. And so it's kind of, you know, asking yourself that question, like, how do you see your reality? Like, where is your reality when it comes to money, especially? Okay. I think also, you know, when it comes to coveting something that, you know, you see someone else having, but you don't necessarily have, like, what steps are you taking in order for you to make yourself successful? What are you, you know, is what you're holding on to worth the delay of your success, I guess? And if you don't reflect on this stuff, then the universe is going to have a way real quick to, you know, kind of check you, to see, you know, what you're really doing. This is kind of, you know, kind of lesson time. Do you have feelings of gratitude for what you have? If you don't, maybe that's something that, you know, you should probably start doing, is like writing a gratitude list, or, you know, starting the new moon in Sagittarius as, you know, hey, it's December 1st. I'm going to start writing, you know, one thing a day that I'm really grateful for. And, you know, that also provides law of attraction stuff. So that could really turn out very well for you. But if we're constantly in this lack mentality, that's what we're going to find ourselves in, is lack mentality and lack of abundance. And we don't want that. This is a beautiful new moon in your sign, and we're just wanting to start 2025 off the best way that we can. So those are definitely things that that I advise you to reflect on, okay? All right, so we are going to do Aquarius next. All right, Aquarius, so what do we need to know for you for December? All right, so I got Temperance card in reverse. Temperance is all about patience. It's all about balance. You know, there is a purpose of waiting for something. There is a lesson in really kind of like spending time and really reflecting, doing the reflection on what we need to. Maybe, like having moderation in some things, feeling the harmony between us and others is what temperance is all about. Maybe there's, sometimes you've been more masculine or more feminine when you should be the opposite. It's really channeling those, the neutrality and having patience in your life and reestablishing your purpose. Um, but also when it's reversed, it's more of like there's, extremes. So like there's one thing that's happening on one end, but you're expecting it on the other end and vice versa. So maybe there's a lot of like take that's going on, but then, no one's giving. And so there's a lot of clashing energies and there's a lot of disharmony going on somewhere around you, or there might be something like that going on around you in December. Just make sure, I'm really hearing, be careful what you say, be careful with your words, make sure that you practice moderation in your life. Be very careful not to be extreme in whatever event that you're going to, whatever you feel called to do. Make sure that you've done that reflection of, hey, where is it in my life that I need to establish a new balance? Maybe it's establishing boundaries that, that needs to happen for you, Aquarius. Also, how can you be more fluid? How can you go with the flow? How can you, establish those boundaries in, family, friends, any kind of relationship without being overly aggressive about setting those boundaries, right? So that's what I have for you guys, okay? All right, and next we have Gemini. All right, Gemini, what do we need to know for y'all for the month of December? You Geminis are such a big part of my life, and y'all are so fun, and I love y'all so much. Please be one person this month. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. All right. What do we need to learn for Gemini for December? All right. So got the Ten of Swords, you guys. All right. Ten of Swords is really about letting things go. Something is at an end. Something is ending. You have got to say goodbye to it. Okay. If you don't say goodbye to something, you can't make any way for anything new. So I know that there have been a lot of endings this past year for you guys. Even the last 2 years, 3 years, it's been a really rough time for Geminis when it comes to just really kind of any relationship facets in your life, okay? But I'm going to say right now, and I keep bringing Mercury retrograde up, but if you're wanting to establish something new with this new moon energy in Sagittarius, especially since Sagittarius is your 7th house, if you are wanting a new and true relationship, please make sure that you are very careful with your words, because if you're not, this is going to be a time where people just cut you out instead of you doing the cutting out, okay? If you are deciding that something is over with, it's over with. There's no going back from this, is what I'm getting. So basically, it might be that it's a painful ending and you might be feeling like you're going in crisis, but don't be afraid to ask for help and support, because, there are people that are in your life and they love you. Don't turn your back on them. There's people that are here for you, okay? Just because you're watching all of the endings go away doesn't necessarily mean that, there's nothing back here behind you. There's new beginnings, you just can't see them yet. And that's okay. Being in that kind of unknown is going to be okay. The thing that I would caution against is do not resist the inevitable, okay? Not all, you guys are very great talkers. Y'all are very good communicators, very good persuaders, okay? But this is not the time to try to persuade someone into believing the same thing that you do. Unfortunately, we tend to see things in other people that they don't see in themselves, and that's going to have to be okay. That just means that they're not meant for us at that time. And it is painful and it sucks, but this is the opportunity to really heal yourself in ways that you have not been able to heal yourself, because this is something that you've been holding on to for so long. And I promise, the more concrete you let this be, that this is the ending, the faster you're going to heal. And the doors are going to be open towards true love or true motivation or whatever it is that you're searching for, okay? But we've got to not be afraid to let that go. And this is really, Ten of Swords always sucks because it's an ending, right? But also, there's like a blank canvas in front of her too, besides the birds. Like, she can create anything she wants to here. So basically, she can write in anything she wants. She can envision anything that she wants. That's true to her. That's what she's looking for. And it's kind of like a vision board, right? Like, if you get a blank slate and you can create all of those things that, you know, you want in life or you want in someone. This is also a law of attraction thing. And the new moon in Sagittarius is fantastic energy if you guys are wanting to, you know, meet somebody new or get a new relationship going. So I just encourage you guys to kind of reflect on, you know, what are you not wanting to let go of? Are you not wanting to let go of someone's potential? Are you not wanting to let go of an idea that you have had in your head for a while about a person? You know, is it a narrative maybe that you're afraid of letting go because you're going to feel like it's another loss for you again? Or are you afraid of recovery? Are you afraid of being alone once again, even though, you know, you may be alone now, but, you know, just the idea of like the misery of actually letting whoever go or a situation or an opportunity go is so final that it's like a death for you. So it's something that I would reflect on really a lot. All right, we're almost done. And we have Taurus up next. All right, my Taurians, my Earth Mamas, my Earth Papas, what do you guys have going on for December? What do I need to know for December? All right, so Two of Swords reversed. So to me, this is like, you know, you're letting go of an illusion. You are taking the blindfold off. You are choosing to see things as what they are. You are also, I feel like, tearing off those, see those, I guess, those ropes that she has around her? Like, that one bird is pulling on her ropes. The other one just kind of looks like he's trying to, but he's not really doing anything about it. That's what the Two of Swords is about, really. So there's a difficult choice that you're either going to have to make in December, or, you know, you're confused about something and you've been really upset because there's like an unknown situation that you have had to deal with for a really long time. But in December, I feel like you're coming out of that. The new moon in Sagittarius for you is really about your 8th house. So maybe there's some kind of money or a financial decision that you feel like is a difficult choice for you. It could maybe even be moving out of a home, maybe like moving away from a situation. Maybe you just have felt like, you know, you've been blindfolded for so long that you really have had no idea what to do. But I feel like there is going to be some kind of money for you coming in pretty soon. It's just going to be a little bit more delayed. I see maybe January that some money is going to come in for you. But also, this is more about like, you're not really in between a rock and a hard place the way that you really feel that you are in the moment, okay? I know that right now it's more comfortable, like, you know, having the blindfold on, but as soon as you take it off, I promise things are going to be less scary for you. You have love and you have support behind you. You just need to acknowledge that. And there, you know, you do have some people who are there that are willing to help you cut away the blindfolds, but also, it's going to be probably a message that's not going to be very easy to hear, just because we're in times right now where words may come across a little difficult to hear, but also these are people who care about you that are giving you these words. And even though they may come off harshly, it's not that they don't love you. It's that really the universe isn't really letting them give the message so gently to you right now, okay? But they mean well, I promise you, okay? So what I would do right now is maybe like, you know, during this time, while you're making a difficult decision, or if you know that you have to make a difficult decision, get your birds, I don't know why I said birds, get your ducks in a row first. It's because there's birds in the card, Jen. Don't be afraid to listen to other people's ideas, okay? It may seem like what you are thinking is rational and the best choice, but there might be someone that comes along that offers new advice and a new perspective that you haven't really thought about before. So I would definitely do that. And I would also really get in touch with your memories right now, your thoughts, because for whatever reason, I'm getting that very strongly. Like, you need to be very clear-minded very soon, especially for the month of December, okay? All right, so 2 cards left. Pisces. All right, so what do we need to know about Pisces in December? Oh, Pisces, I am getting the World card for you. So something is coming to completion, and it's a positive completion, okay? You've got like the World in your hands, and the World is like one of my favorite cards because it could stand for, you know, something like a project that you've completed. Maybe it is that you're traveling for the holidays, which if you are, great for you. Get away, have some fun, relax. But also this could stand for like joy, like you're in a place in your life where things aren't so bad. You feel like there's been like a happy ending, or there's an achievement coming up for you in December. And if that's so, congratulations. This card also speaks about abundance and maybe like a new consciousness, like literally like seeing the world, like going traveling, doing the thing that you've wanted to do, and you're making it happen. So I think that's great. Like a large project may have come to an end in your life. I would just maybe think of this as like how, you see, the main reflection, I think, is while you have all of this joy and you're able to appreciate what you have so far, how can you show your gratitude for it? How can you show your joy and what is really happening for you? And how can you, I guess, ascend to different levels of love and awareness gracefully, is what I'm really getting. Being thankful for what you have and what you've done so far. And just know that you're capable of whatever you put your mind to and making your dreams come true. So congratulations, Pisces. Like, you guys have done it, if that resonates, okay? And then lastly, we have Scorpio. So Scorpio, what do we need to know about in December for you? And you guys, if this reading doesn't resonate for y'all, just take it for what it's worth, okay? You know, the energies are changing constantly. So this is just what I'm getting so far for the new moon in Sagittarius for December, okay? All right, so Scorpio, I have the Knight of Swords in reverse. This card has been popping up a lot lately for me. The Knight of Swords in reverse, I will say, is usually, I'm going to say, not very focused energy, okay? There seems to be like a lot of scattered thoughts. There's a lot of, like, you need a logical solution, but you're rushing things. Sometimes whenever we need a logical solution, we have got to slow ourselves down because everything happens in divine timing. And I know that that's so cliche to say, but there is a reason for things. And if you're looking for a very rushed answer in this month, you're not going to get it. And if you try to persist against the energy, you're going to be met head on with a lot of resistance, okay? So I think right now, you know, there's a lot of people out there, especially Scorpios. Like, Scorpio is a very dark, transformational sign who is, you know, very into, I mean, we're talking about like esoteric, we're talking about like the underworld, you know, those kinds of feelings, but also Scorpio is very powerful, and they are some of the most in-depth people I think I know. I think you guys just you feel some things so much that we don't know about, that we don't know the depths of what you're going through unless you tell us. And this card to me really seems like you guys have really been frustrated and you've been trying to hold back your deep emotions for so long that they're about to explode in you. Okay. But this is saying right here that we have got to learn to go with the flow. Even though it seems like things are stalling for us, things are being done the way that they need to be done and the timing that needs to happen for now, okay? The reflection I would say you guys really need to do is to ask yourself, how can you make your decision making easier for you? Not just easier, but how can you slow down your mind long enough to where you're comfortable with whatever decision you've made and not force it? I would also ask myself, under this energy, why do we always feel like we have to save the day? What happens if we let go of needing to save the day and let something come to us for a hot minute? Learn to be a little less assertive this time, especially too, okay? All right, so I hope that that resonated with you guys. I am finally tired. So I really wish you guys a happy new moon. I hope that you are able to relax, get some candles, really meditate. You can even run a bath, get you some essential oils. I also have a website, www.etherealartbyjen.com, where you can purchase any kinds of crystals that will help you manifest during the new moon. And I also have candles for sale that I make homemade, specifically for the new moon energy. So if you would like to take a look and support my website, that would be awesomely appreciated. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.